Hello everyone, welcome once again to another Tableau related tutorial by Team Slidescope. In this part we are doing or creating this particular dashboard on Airbnb listings data, and in the data you can see we have listings by property type, listings by neighborhood, we have different seasons, so you can click any of these seasons and you can see the analysis will change for these all charts. So how to apply a filter that is applicable to all the sheets. Then this is showing listings by city, where you can see how many listings are there in each city, and one chart which is showing listings by city and season. So we have data of Firenze, Milano, Napoli, Roma and Venezia, and then based on the season that we are seeing the total number of listings in there. So a very simple dashboard created for beginners. So we'll learn how to use the data, and basically this is a 5-part series. So this is part 1, listings overview, and here we are just using this font icon. So now let's get started with part 1. The data set that has been used in this project is this particular Italian Airbnb data set, which which has data of concatenation of data sets related to cities and regions. So you can get the data set from here. I will provide the link in description. So here we have the Airbnb CSV file, and in the file you can see we have listing ID, last year reviews, host since, host is superhost, host number of listings, host number, then neighborhood, total number of beds, total number of bedrooms, then on the basis of different visits, what is rating score, accuracy score, cleanliness score, check-in score, communication, etc. And they have also given date of scraping. So we will keep discussing different type of columns like city, etc. Here we have the listing overview. So we have to give listing overview, and first we have to count how many total listings are available. So after the loading the data, we will go to total listings. So we will create a simple file and rename it as total listings. And here the field that I have selected is count distinct of listings. So we will drag the listing ID here. So for every listing, total number of IDs are given. So when you will add listing ID, you just have to select the measure as count distinct. This will find total listings. Now let's move to question number 2. Listings by property type. How many listings are available for each property type? So to create that, we have to create another sheet, and we will simply make it listing by property type. So listing by property type, for that you have to see there is property type. You will drag it here, and then you will drag listing, because every row represents one listing. So like if you go to data source and you will see the CSV file actually, so you will see that every row represents one listing. So here we can arrange them like this. So there is one more thing that we can do to find out listings by property type. We can also use this airbnb.csv, the generated file, and this will give us listings by property type, and we can use it as a simple column chart. And if you want to show the total number of values over these charts, so you can show it as a label as well. So this is listings by property type. Next question is, what is listings by neighborhood? Like which neighbors have most listings? So for that we will create another sheet, and again here first we will see neighborhood. So you can see in neighborhood we have these different type of neighborhoods. Okay, and then again we will just add the CSV count, or what we can do, we can add listing ID, add all members, and select measure as count distinct IDs, and then we can do it like this. So we will be seeing that in this Centros.Rico we have most number of listings, and here we can use label to see those numbers also. So just a minute. So actually we have to use count distinct. So I will just press Control and then bring it to label. So now you will be able to see the number of listings. So this is listings by neighborhood, and we will rename. The benefit of renaming is that it will be available here also. If you want to recolor these charts, so you can go to color and select a different color for it. So here also, if we want, we can select a different color, and obviously total listing, we can right click format, and from here we have A, this is worksheet, so we can select a different color for it. We can make it bold. So this way you can create that. Then we have listings by city. Now city is an interesting thing, because city is a geographical value, and we have to see total number of listings by city. So we will click here. So first of all we'll create a new sheet, and in this new sheet we will write listings by city. We will rename it here, and obviously we can drag city here. So we have 4 cities, and to find total number of listings, what we did already, so we will add it here, add all members, and we will just use the measure as count distinct. So this is listing by city. We can also click here to convert it into a map chart. So because this data, like you can see cities like Firenze, Milano, Roma, this data is of Italy, so we will be selecting that. So here if you will actually see city information, so you will be able to see that this data belongs to Italy. Let me see, this is city. So here you can see we have these values, Firenze, Roma, etc. So when this data is of Italy, what we have to do in Tableau map chart, 5 unknown are given, so we'll edit locations, and country is selected as India by default. We'll select Italy, and once you will do that, then it will automatically highlight this. Here the size of these maps represent the total number of listings. So if you actually want that, so you can also put it in label, and you can also put the city name in label. Okay, so we can put the city name in label as well. So now we'll be able to see that we can format this data, and here also we can select the same color, make it bold, and we can actually increase its size. So this way we will have that. For color of bars, we can select this. So if we are going with this theme, so now we have the data of listing by city, and now this completes the question 1, listing overview. So now we will create a new dashboard and call it listing overview. Here in the dashboard, obviously layout is given. First of all, size we will choose, and we will do automatic. So it will automatically take the width of your device. Next thing that you have to do is we will add, first of all we will add a horizontal element here, a horizontal element just below it. So like this. So now we have two horizontal elements and another horizontal element like this. So our first horizontal element will have our headings, second will have our two charts, and third will have the two charts. So here we will add the text which is heading, and here we will write Airbnb listing overview. So Airbnb Italy listings overview, and let's choose font size as 26, make it bold, align it to center, and we'll choose the font color as this color. Press OK. So this is Airbnb Italy listings overview. This is our heading. If you want to give it any kind of background, so like you can see it has different type of settings. So you can format the text object, its alignment, everything you can manage from here, which we can do later, but this is something that we can change accordingly. And what you can do, click here, select container. Okay, so you can click here, and actually now you can go to layout, and here border and background are given. So you can choose a very light background for it, whatever you prefer. So I'll select this one because it matches with our color. And for border also, you can select some border and select the same color. So here we have the Airbnb listing overview. Let's make the heading size equal. Next, this is now let's add these questions one by one. So first we will add question number 1, then we'll add question number 2. So now we have this. So what happens is, in the layout you can see we have tiled. This is first horizontal element, which is our listing. This is second, and this is third. So when we select this, so now this is selected, and you can see it has different elements. One particular element is distribute content evenly. So what it will do, it will automatically show 50-50% or give them 50-50%. This is important. Next, so here we have listings by city, and for listings by city we don't have to do anything. Another important thing is, let's say here in layout we see our second one, this is listing. Okay, so if I select this, I have border, I can select the same border and give it here. Similarly for this also, I can select the same border, and this is totally optional, but you can do that. Similarly here also we can select it and border this, and then we can create that. So this is our data. Now if I see, obviously by default I think it is, yes, it was selected, and you can see for this the legend is already here, that what is distinct count meaning here, and you can edit title. So this is distinct count of listing ID or something. So we can simply say number of listings, because this is what it is representing. So this way you can actually create that. One more thing we can do, we can edit title, select it, make it bold, and give it a color like this. Apply, okay, same. Let me do this quickly. Apply, okay, here also. So it's just, if we are selecting some kind of theme color, so we can apply that kind of theme color. Okay, so this is listing by city. So now you have the first dashboard ready. You can go in the present mode and you can actually visualize that. Let me zoom it. So now you will be able to see it in a full width. We can press escape from here, So we can press escape, and now we are like this. Okay, so this is the first part. So let's go with the first part, and this is how you can answer the question. So in the first video we learned about solving the first part. So in part 2 we will discuss about pricing insights, where we will discuss these questions and how to solve them. So thanks for watching the first part. Have a nice day.